Yeah, you saw that right. Today we are seeing types of guitar. I mean, in a general form, there are two basic types of guitar. First is acoustic guitar, and second is electrical guitar. We have seen many of the cover makers who are using acoustic guitar. It is a normal guitar which is coming with a 6 string, and many of the pro players use it as a 12 string. While 12 string guitar is a bit of a hard thing, but the 6 string guitar can be learned in about time period of 5 months. I do had a small formal practice on the guitar, and I did have learned many of the songs. I mean, not that much, but I did tried it as an amateur, and it's a perfect thing for me which I did have done. I was learning acoustic guitar, and still acoustic guitar does have many of the types. Like you can see here, these all are the forms and the types of acoustic guitar. Well, acoustic guitar doesn't vary over its thing, but the main thing which comes over is its strumming patterns. Strumming patterns are being the most confusing thing over it, cause acoustic guitar can be tuned, can has a different sound, and can create it with a low sipping voice. While low sipping voice is a pitched tune which is used in lo-fi music. Well, lo-fi music is a big topic. It can cover whole video. So now. Well, jumping over to the electrical guitar, it has its own breed. Well, there are many of the famous brands. Come here. Yeah. Well, there are many of the famous brands over it. The first is Epiphone, then second comes the Fender, my most favorite. Then comes the Square by Fender. It's a different thing in which you can customize your own electrical guitar with your own signatures. That's a big thing I've seen. Second comes Gibson, my one of the favorite electrical guitar brand, which comes at the top of my list. And third one comes is Pierce, Paul Reed Smith. He's a nice musician and has a nice musical history in his life. And the last one comes is Collins. It has a dual singing competition, so it doesn't matter whatever it shows. And I'm not telling that these all guitar brands are just selling their electrical guitar, but they also send their musical and acoustical guitars too. While many of them have a difference doubt, while the acoustic guitars are true or the classical guitars. Well, acoustic guitars did have a tuner inbuilt in them, and the classical guitars didn't have the one. And you can't change the strings in classical guitar, but you can change the strings in but well, let's get deeper into my favorite brand, Gibson. Yeah, so Gibson, when I was studying over Gibson brand, I saw another thing. While going into this all companies, I went to know that they did have different types in electrical guitar bodies as this acoustic guitars do. So I got curious about it, and I went in deeper and deeper, and then I got that yeah, whichever types you sing, I'm going to talk about those, but I'm going to talk in detail about two types which are Les Paul and yes, these two types are my favorite electrical guitar types, which I personally recommend if you are a beginner or going to start or having a new electrical guitar band. You should go on these two categories. By going over these two categories helps you as a beginner, because these guitars are having an advantage for the beginners. As you start, you can have a easy going on it. While if you purchase it from, come here, if you purchase it from Fender, then it can be a bit of harder for you. Well, well, if you go it from Fender, then you can purchase Affinity series of the Stratocaster. I won't recommend the Telecaster because it's a bit of maintenance because whenever you start this, it will have a ton of problems, and that will be so depressing, problematic. Wait, I am going this like oh. Well, I'll stop my car here. Nice to meet you once more. We'll meet tomorrow again. Bye bye.